it seems that the Zoro player. Oh, it's not Law. It's Zoro. Dave is now starting the game. Bruce is now starting with Perono, checking the top 5 cards of his deck. This will be very good for him to set up the next few turns. This will be very crucial, especially because Zoro is known to be a very aggressive deck. So knowing which cards will be the which knowing which cards he will draw will be crucial for him this for this start. That's why Perona is the perfect start for him. He needs to able to hold back the aggression of Zoro. But because it seems like Dave didn't have any one to cast, he will have another turn which is fairly calm and easy. And Dave with a snap, Dada and checking top 5 for that one, the usual Zoro antics, searching the Nami and showing off the cool AA version, and of course playing it for another top check. I wasn't able to see what he got, and he's just attacking with it, attacking with the Zoro, and a block with the Kaya. It's super weird. I mean, I understand that he wants to block it early for able to just take damage later on, but Kaya is a 2K shield, and it seems kind of a waste to even use this early. But it seems that his hand is full of Higashimas. So I understand that that's why he. So that's maybe why he guarded it early, even though it's a waste of card. And then, oh no, uh, Bruce attacks with his Kaido, and Dave gets a Marco 5. And using the Onigashima to ramp, and that's the usual tactics of Kaido. So we will see Bruce be as a 7 cost later on in the game during his turn, while Dave is still stuck at 5. What do you want to do? And Bruce is thinking, making sure that he doesn't. I mean, it early, which is kind of a waste to be honest. But I understand what he's planning because, well, usually you want to use it early, and it's calling the judge. So normally I would just keep this in my hand because it would help with the uh defensive for the defensive turns against Zoro. But I think he's using it early just to cut off Dave in his early game. And yeah, they were just making sure that there are no takebacks. That's what he did. And he's using that the tech, the Blackbeard tech. I like to see that because I think at this point Dave's build is more of a mid-range Zoro rather than early game Zoro. So he doesn't want those early Namis and early Dadans. He just wants to let them go and turn it into raw power after they have used their card. Okay, here with the queen, drawing two, the usual things. And at least right now he can discard that extra Onigashima and has an extra body for defensiveness. And more, of course, ramping for that Bruce wants from his Kaido. I can expect an early 10 here later on, but I don't see anything in this hand that is even worth ramping for. And of course, Dave with the snap equip of a Dawn. What will he do? I think he will just attack with the Nami and then sack. No. Yeah, I think he will just attack with the Dadan and then sack the Nami with just for the draw. Or he can just use. Oh, he's attacking first with his Zoro, and I think it will just. And he does have a lot of choices here with this Marco. And early Hell's Judgment, making sure that the Teach and the Zoro can't attack. So Zoro now is at 3K, while Teach is at, I believe, 3K as well. So he's made Bruce taking full advantage of Hell's Judgment, and making sure that Zoro can't as aggressive as he wants to be. Look at Dave's hand; it's full of events. This is the new Zoro build, which is more focused on doing events for the Marcos because Marco allows itself to be revived when it's KO. So basically, Zoro and other red decks have free bodies as long as you have an event. This is and some decks even run the fire flame emperor or the Entei just to be able to make sure to uh, be against other white beards or other Zoros in their aggression. Now Bruce turn once again, and again I don't anything here that is worth the ramp. There's nothing here that can even be played. I think X Drake fine, but wants to be able to answer this board with at least Kaido 10 or even King at this point. But and just see, I think Bruce could have taken one just to make sure that he was able to draw into something from his left. But I can't understand his reason not doing. Oh, and he just draws two. There it is. Another blocker. I love that's why I like this build of blue purple because they blue purple does have a lot of access to more blockers than the usual purple Kaido. And then we cards as Perona and Toffee, you can check the top five cards of your deck and making sure that you do get those cards that you want. That's the power of the blue side of purple Kaido. And Kaido's just attacking to Zoro and block with the Brook. And that's a beautiful art of Brook here at the current from the current promo pack here live at our flagship battle. And he attacks with the Queen. It's not really bad per se, but it's an aggressive move that he was able to uh pick off some life and pick off some hand from Zoro, but at the same time, don't really think he want to. But and Dave just take it because he wants it, but it's another Marco. Oh no, I think this is bad for Bruce. So Dave is getting all the cards that he needs. But Bruce is struggling to even look for cards that he wants. What does he want on top? I think puts the Kaya on top just for draw two. And on Onigashima. So at the minimum here, I think we will now be seeing Marcos, and it will be hard for Bruce to answer the Marco. This is slowly turning lopsided against and again with the snap equip. Zoro is really powerful with that one Dawn plus 1000 to the field. You're basically telling me that that one card is giving plus 4,000 power to the board, 4,000, 5,000 power to the board, and attacking with 5k. That's the annoying thing about Zoro. Zoro is just making sure that you're blocking with the minimum. Don't have anything else you can. It's either you take or you overguard. That's why sometimes it's annoying to face Zoro. They don't really want to overshoot the power because as long as they can take one card from your hand, that's one less card they have to worry about. Dave here making sure attacking with an easy attack and attacking the Dadan. Let me check that it's possible. Let's check upkeep. 4,000 power, but Dadan should have 5,000 power. Oh, that again. Just verify with the judges here. Uh, Tapos na. I'll just back here just to make sure that the rules are properly followed.
If you would like to support this channel, check out our website at topdeckph.com.
Okay, nothing was wrong. The play was correct. Just making sure that the stream is correct here because, of course, YouTube comments will be on our asses the moment that they will see that there are wrong plays. But don't worry, that's why we are here to make sure that the plays are properly correct and there are no rules infractions. And here we see that Dave is sitting calmly with more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards in hand and attacking with the Marco. And this is where the power of Zoro comes in. Marco attacks with the 7K against the 5K, and that is without a Dawn on Marco. That's the power of Zoro. That's why people are complaining Zoro is one of the best decks in the format for at least 3 metas now. Another Marco, as I said, I saw that from the head a mile away. This will be harder and harder for Blue to answer, even with a 10K, because Dave now has a lot of events in hand. This is the problem with what was happening with Bruce early on. His um Peronas and his trophies was not able to let him see the cards that he wanted to draw into or to get into the next following turns. Didn't see any of the big value cards like such as 10 Kaido or the 7 King or even the 9 King. It will be harder. I mean the 6 King and the 7 King. Be harder and harder for Kaido or Bruce to be able to answer back the aggression of Dave. And then Dave is not even used much of the low cost characters going, and he's rather playing into mid range Zoro build. And again, here we see that all the that you Bruce used extra skill on Marco, but all that Dave did was just discard a card. And then check another trigger. Checking the top 5 for a white beard. Here we go. And another, I see that, another Marco. A Marco blocker. What the hell is that deck, Dave? That's just white beard with Zoro as the leader. And attacking with the Queen 7K to the Zoro. Here's what I'm talking about. Because Bruce has not much chance left because of his bad checks and the bad cards that he was drawing. He's now using Queen just to be able to match Dave's aggression. Using the Queen just to be able to attack instead of blocking. And I can't really blame him because he's just taking a chance on how to win this game, or he's looking for a way to fight back rather than just sitting defensively. So I can't understand him blocking. And here we go. Dave just discards a Brook and another Marco. Oh my god, that's just 3 Marcos. And it's Dave's turn. All Dawn now active on his side. And the Nami attacking with the 5K. This is annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I can see that he will now be using. Bruce will not be using Hell's Judgment, but on which cards? I mean, I understand this will be hard because who do you choose? Honest, and he's just blocking with a Sadie. But I think you already gave too much information, Bruce. Attacking, of course. That's just you already gave up too much information, my friend. Okay, he's choosing Marco and the Zoro. Attack whiffs. It doesn't connect, but now those Marcos and the Marco and Teach is just gonna punch through his defenses with no cards left in hand. But he does have 3 more lives, so that is 3 potential cards that he's able to draw into. 7K in. I know that's not 7K. That's minus 3K. That's 6 3. That's 4K. Yeah, that making sure that the power is correct. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. And since they've already uh just make sure that is possible. Okay. Okay. Now he's just using T to attack and sacking the Nami. Okay. Yeah. Goes into Queen, of course, because he doesn't want Bruce to be able to draw into those cards and attacking with 5K. Marco, if my math is correct, because minus 3, 6 minus 3 plus 2, yeah, 5K. And no choice, draw 2. Wow, that's actually very good. Now Bruce is back at 3 cards in hand. That trigger was good timing, not gonna lie. But now Bruce doesn't have the queen, so he's and is left with an X Drake and his leader. That is hard for him right now. It's hard for him to be able to punch back at Dave, and Dave is just up. Dave just played 2 blockers with the Marco and the 1 cost blocker here. This is gonna be annoying for Bruce. I don't think he has any outs other than that king, but even then, what are you gonna do? And Bruce is contemplating whether to use king early just to destroy that blocker. But what do you even? And I see that Bruce has a law, so I think that's good enough. But knowing Dave's hand, oh no, I think Dave's hand is just. I don't think Dave has any KOs. I think that, oh yes, attacking. Dave sacks the blocker. So that's good at least. Probably is what 4 5 6 7. And here we go. I think we're gonna be seeing the king and the card. The nerves are showing here. Bruce making sure that he's counting correctly. And king comes to the stage, destroying the teats. And that is a fair play, not gonna lie. Because Teach is the one that's making him draw into the cards that Dave is pushing and pushing advantage. Now this is gonna be the hard part for Bruce because those Marcos, the immortal Phoenix, is not gonna let go to the field. I don't even think he can even go through those 3 Marco with such a huge hand advantage here in Dave. Here we go, and this is the downside of the Whitebeard build. There are too much events, and Zoro wants those bodies on the floor, but here attacking with a 7K. Sitting comfortably here with all those events in hand. Uh, and the Marcos that Bruce cannot even answer because they just keep reviving. What do you even do? 2 cards in hand. Not even a blocker inside. Oh no, there is a blocker, and it's the Koala. But then again, if you are gonna block it, you're still gonna have to face 7K and I think 9K Marco. Gonna see. I don't think just Dave's just gonna go all in and just okay. Dave is making sure that minimum attack possible 7K. You need to discard 3K. Here we go, 3K and another 7K. What do you what do you do? Yeah, all in, baby. And the shake hands. Good game. Dave takes the